I feel like it's time, and there couldn't be a more perfect time. Just just at the right time than it is now. And when we've got with the draft coming up, and some signals we've gotten already when it comes to damage control. When it comes to a particular wrestler, I feel like that that desperately needs to be talked about. I feel like right now, and that goes to Bayley. You know, Definitely, I feel like I want to just talk about, and really when it comes down to it, I mean it hasn't been going well. You know, Bayley hasn't been, she hasn't been lately doing justice. When it comes to her trying to be, start up a stable, and just when it comes, I feel like that's overall because that, she hasn't she hasn't been done justice lately. Which is why we're here today. Talking about Bayley as a whole. Yeah, I know I've said it already numerous times, but I feel when it comes to like just women's wrestling, the four horsewomen, two are out of that group. I feel like Bayley, even more so, like down the line, I really started to enjoy and really get into that, get into her overall as a wrestler. And just she was like one of like I said, same as Sasha. Like she was one of those female women wrestlers that I was really into and really enjoying. When it comes to, especially it just goes to show looking at her now, because when it comes to really use that word underrated, Bayley, yes, especially a lot. Like she's really grown a lot. And especially, I really been enjoying her now. But unfortunately, when it comes to talking about damage control, but I know you may not like when I say this, but I wasn't really into. I wasn't a huge, just a huge big fan on her current character before. The character she had, I think it was like Hugs, Smiles and Hugs, like something like that. Like the character that Bayley had before, I wasn't really hung up on that. I wasn't, that wasn't one of my favorite, especially just wrestling. Bayley was like, I guess, like, I don't know what that particular character was. Like when she came on the scene, like I said, I just like the smile and hugs type of character. Like that wasn't my character. I wasn't really into that character. I know people. It's like when it comes, because I know like some of this, especially like somebody who I watch that may of course that's his favorite. Like I said, she's my favorite woman wrestler too. But when it comes to just that character, that wasn't my favorite character of Bayley, and just because she's really even more so better now. And as time grew, and of course, we got they was like the first time when they was like tag team, her and Sasha, and when you heard the first talks, and then when you like, I saw, finally Bayley turn heel. Yeah, I really like. I was like, holy shit, like, damn, like when you see her go heel, and then you saw like she had that ability to just be like, and it just felt like she had that natural ability to be a heel, and she just had the charisma and the character, just shooting out all around out from her. It's just like, and when she had that character before, and then of course they formed a tag team again with her and Sasha. It's like I was really enjoying that character, and I feel like that, as far as that, really saved her career, because of course the whole, the character, the face, her being a baby face, and the character she had before was really getting stale, and up to a point where, people are going to start begging for something new. And I feel, it feels like that as far as saving her career too, because when she turned heel on that opened up a lot of doors for Bayley. Like I said, she was really good. She was really good. Like. It was just, I was just amazed how, Bayley was as a heel and how she first started out. I was watching Millennial 2 the other day because I hear him talking about this too. And yeah, like when you talk about like some wrestlers, you can't even really say Roman Reigns because he really did he like he was like during the because that's when he first showed up, and of course that's where they were starting to introduce of course his new character. That was when the head of the table, the whole tribal chief character was starting to play through, and the bloodline was starting being didn't even was of course they wasn't formed yet. That was when Roman Reigns was getting to get started. He turned heel, of course, for the first time, and just ultimately saved himself also. And I feel like Bayley, especially during the Thunderdome, that pandemic era, like she was really like basically the unsung hero. Like Bayley was really good. And when I tell you, like I told you before, like as far as like her going heel, like Bayley was really really good. After all that, like she was really really good. It's just like crazily criminal how Bayley turned out to be really charismatic, and she was like really enjoyable to watch on screen. And like I said, I really enjoy it, just like I said to her now, like I really enjoy her now. And Bayley just turned out to be just extremely very just more so like I said pretty much like many others, but I feel like she's one of the best. Like I said, for sure, one of the best things, and when it's all said and done, one of the best things that's going on in wrestling right now, and in wrestling history, like very much so. But she really did do us, she really did yes, as far as that, really like keeping us as far as like keeping us eating well, as when they came to that Thunderdome era. Like I said, she was really good to watch during that Thunderdome era, and she did her own thing. And then of course fast forward, and when because that's when of course, and I saw it too. I think they showed it on an episode of SmackDown. She got injured and she was taken out, and I was like, I think she missed I think she got injured in middle of 2021. Can't really tell, but I know like as far as going to that year, she missed the rest. She missed all of 2021, and I think that going forward, she missed the rest of 2021, and I think she missed damn near too, almost half of 2022. I don't know, because this is very weird, but then that's when she came back, and she was really out for a while. She was out for a year, and then that's when she came back, of course, to form Damage Control, and of course the rest is up until now. I said, I get like even so there, like you said, like some people out there, you like, and you just really like, especially her being in her new stable, and you like the whole Damage Control, just all the what those like those just what those three girls are doing right there. Like I said, that's cool, but as far as like when it really got, because like I said, I was really just waiting to see, and I really wished well. Like I really just like going into the future. I really know what's the game plan, and I hope that just going forward, that this really pulls off for them. If they really what is the plan to do with Damage Control. And when it comes to Damage Control, and just when we first started to see play out Bayley and Damage Control, and of course her new stable, she got, I don't know, I heard, and I guess because of course you hear talks, and then you hear like I guess she wanted to be in the stable. And as far as like that, because I really think, I don't know if you can really say, I think people will try to say that Charlotte, damn well that's not true, but people, I guess some people will try to say that Charlotte is like, when it comes to the women locker room, or even Sasha to a certain degree. And you can believe that to a certain degree that Sasha, at least when she was there, or just overall, that she was some type of leader to the locker room. But as far as I feel, I definitely, when it comes to that, Bayley is definitely, absolutely, like when it comes to women looking up, and then to a certain figure, as far as like a mother figure goes, because you can see as far as the passion. She really has a lot of passion. Yeah, like Bayley is that leader of the locker room. Not even Becky. Like Bayley is that leader of the locker room when it comes to the women's locker room, and a lot of women look up to Bayley, and you can really see it, and she really wants to help that women's division as far as making it stable to really put Dakota and Iowa over. Like Bayley is, basically, yeah, it's basically, and I really gotta admire and really put that, yeah, just like really like just go out on the limb and just really, yeah, got respect for Bayley because she really wants more for that women's division, and gotta respect that. And I said, you can say like. I say, of course, like because like when it comes to that business, I mean, yeah, I'm sure all the rest of course, everybody has passion, but as far as like, just to a point, like she, as far as emotion and just really had to a point of, even as far as like sacrificing, because I really feel like, yeah, like Bayley, I don't think anybody does either. I really don't think anybody, as far as passion goes, and like I just said, her being the leader for the women there, like, yeah, like Bayley she really does have a lot of passion, and as far as like really getting the women's division to the next level, and you can't do nothing but respect that. But when it comes to the damage control, it hasn't been working out. Like it has as far as like really doing the benefit Bayley, and as far as the benefit the two women that she's next beside in that stable with. And it's a problem too, of course, when it comes to wrestling, especially like nowadays. Like they have these tag teams, just like they're doing now. You may have a couple of tag teams here and there, where people like when it comes to the Street Profits, like Street Profits, FTR, even the Young Guns, like they as far as like, because you still have tag teams that has that chemistry. They have, they have all the credentials, and as far as like just having like they go well in hand in together, even stables. And it's like let's say you have when you have to like I don't know why they do, especially with WWE. Like they love just putting tag teams together just for the sake stables. Let's say even AEW to a certain degree, like they like wrestling, like these companies nowadays, they just have like they just want to put stables and tag teams for the hell of it. And like of course Triple H really like it's just like they put these like this stable together, and as far as like damage control, as far as like really, as far as I don't know, because like what they're doing now is just it's not working at all. And going forward, it's just, like I said, being well perceived as far as, like I said, really benefiting anybody. I would go as far as say, like, extremely, just as everybody in that stable as wholes. Like, this has been just Bayley's worst work. Like, it's really hurting Bayley. And I just don't, like I said, especially like when it comes to the drawing board, like I said, y'all gotta go back to the drawing board if they want to seek to help this any further, because it's just not working out and it's not doing well for anybody. I said, I don't know what they were thinking, but I say even to a certain, when it comes to, because I really like the Blackpool Club. You see the Black Bullet Club at least do what they're doing, because and Tony, like, at least people in AEW know as far as to how to get a stable that looks strong, that they attack everybody, and just really ruthless, and they have no heart, and they to anybody, and it's like they're really like hungry, and as far as like being a group that you do not want to mess with at all. And it's like, cause that's one of the groups also. I feel like that's as far as like being a stable. They really that's perfect as far as like they're at least they're being done well. And when you get to like damage control, it's like I said, it's like what are they really doing? They lose every week, just like they've been losing the moment they've got on TV. So it's like, how can you take them seriously? They've been losing. so, so, and it's just like when they get to all that, like the championships also didn't really do any well to begin with, because that's like, you play, they're playing like patty cake and hot potato over here and over there. So I said them being champions really doesn't matter at all to begin with, and it's like so that's, and then you have doesn't really help also because Dakota and Io. I mean they've talked, but as far as like really as far as like being like to show their like personality or character, just anything they could really show as far as like to really show that the group is really just a group that, and like everybody as far as like being in as far as like being invested in and really just looking forward, it's like yeah, this group is going forward and taking names, and as far as like they're a new group that's basically on the map, and it's for like everybody doesn't like. And I don't think any. I say you could probably find like a few people, but I don't know if anybody really looks at damage control today and figure like that's a group that's just really just they're out here. And as far as like being the next best thing, it's like damn, they're not doing anything at all as far as that. So I mean, you can really hope. I just really hope going forward that at least somebody, or at least Bayley, at least knows what they're doing as far as like they're gonna really, because damage control they haven't been doing well, and like I said, it's just they've been looked extremely horrible. So, like I said, I can only pray the best and hope for the best for Bayley, and I guess for the stable as a whole, because like I said it hasn't worked out at all for Bayley herself and just the group as a whole, because it's not good, and it's just getting worse from there. So let's see what they can do, or if they are gonna split them up going forward, or if just they're going to continue to, like I said, do whatever, because they feel like they have another stretch in the plan. So I can only hope. So really hope the best for Bayley. So